Hey, Colin Lay with Lay Roots. I want to answer the question of does it work in regards to asset protection planning? It's a question I get a lot from people interested in this type of planning, and it's something that I feel holds people back. Why? Because they don't want to take action unless they have 100% certainty that the plan would work. And I'm throwing out these air quotes about whether it works because it just depends on what your definition of asset protection is. So, asset protection planning is planning done to discourage lawsuits and mitigate potential losses if a lawsuit does occur. Right? So, it's not that you will make lawsuits never happen. It might still happen. But there's no guarantee that somebody won't sue you. But you can have a plan in place that maybe makes people think twice about suing you, or maybe they don't file the lawsuit at all. In that case, it certainly worked. We've had clients who have had a LLC formed in another state, and an attorney was sniffing around, and because they couldn't figure out who the owner was because it wasn't listed online in a public database, they just went away. And in that sense, the planning worked, sure. And you can also look at whether planning will help you settle a lawsuit for a lot less than you would if you had no planning done in the first place. So take, for example, a client of mine who is being sued for $1.5 million, $1.5 million. And there was a plan set up in place, and the lawyers on the other side checked out the trust, and my client was able to settle that lawsuit for $40,000. So for asset protection planning, that is a win. They paid $40,000, which definitely sucked, but it was a lot better than $1.5 million. There was a $1.5 million judgment against them. They would have had to declare bankruptcy, could have lost their house, could have lost their investments. They could have lost so much, but because they had some planning in place, they had the leverage to settle for less. So does it work? Yes, it works to discourage lawsuits. It works to give you leverage to reduce potential losses. Does it mean you'll never get sued? No. Does it mean that you might not be out some money? No. But it works. And the way it works is to provide those barriers and obstacles to make it harder for somebody to sue you or harder for somebody to collect from you. That's what works in asset protection. That's how it works. And you can't let that lack of 100% certainty stop you from doing some planning, because having your assets owned in your personal name is just easy pickings for people. I mean, think about like insurance, fire insurance for your home, right? Ideally, asset protection planning is a waste of money, just like insurance, right? You don't hope that your house will burn down because you bought an insurance policy. You just have that policy in place in case it does. You're not out more than you would have been if you didn't have the plan in place. So, does it work? Yes, it does. Maybe not in the way that you want, but it works in a way to help you avoid lawsuits and survive them if they do happen to you. So, if you want to know what a plan would look like for you and whether it would work for you, please go to livemorecarefree.com. You can set up a free initial call with me, and we will talk about what works for you.